What's up, family? What is up? We are back. We are back. We are back. I got a message for all the single ladies. I got a message for all the single ladies, but not even just the single ladies, for the single brothers as well. But I really want to talk to my ladies because those are the ladies are my people. Let's just say that. I'm talking to ladies day in and day out. I'm talking to queens day in and day out. And so based off of those conversations, we have to have a talk. And yes, you brothers, all the men who come in contact with this video, you can gain from it as well. You can grow from this video as well. As we wait for y'all to come on in, first of all, when you come in, make sure you say what's up, make sure you say peace, make sure you say hello, make sure you greet, okay? I got a song for y'all as we wait, right? That I want y'all to kind of vibe with in this space of singleness and as you are exploring and redefining what value is in relationships, right? It is now time to redefine what value is in relationships. So if you're struggling to find that partner, it's probably because the value that you've placed in a person, on a person, or within a relationship is not where it should be. So you love me, especially different every time you keep me on my feet, happily excited by your cologne, your hands, your smile, your intelligence. You woo me, you court me, you tease me, you please me, you school me, give me something to think about, ignite me, you invite me, you co-write me, you love me, you like me, you incite me to chorus. Na, 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 na. Y'all know that Jill Scott, right? Even that little thing right there, that little stanza, that little verse is so powerful. And in every word that she spoke, that's value. You love me. She said, you school me, give me something to think about. Is the people you are pursuing, ladies, are they giving you something to think about? Because that's value. Okay? I'm just got to keep it real with y'all. So many ladies, single spiritual ladies, even ladies who are in a relationship and you're trying to figure out those relationship dynamics, you're trying to figure out how to sustain your relationship, something that you have to definitely keep in mind. We're going to talk about that today. I want to tell you about where you assess real value from when you are a spiritual woman on a spiritual path of self-development, of transformation, of healing, of all of those things. The Kevin Samuels method of high value is not going to fully apply for a woman and or a man who is pursuing spirituality, who is pursuing self-development. Okay? So, and I just want to go ahead and put that out there. Kevin Samuels is a genius at what he does, 100%. But when he is talking about high value, he is solely talking about aesthetics, meaning how a person looks, and their bank account. And if you are approaching your relationship, spiritual ladies and spiritual men, if you are approaching your relationship from those ideals, you're probably going to stay single for a while. Love ya, but I got to tell you the truth. Kevin Samuels is genius. His content is actually very intriguing, especially for a woman like me. Peace. Especially for a woman like me who is constantly working with women, talking about relationships, talking about transformation, talking about all of those things. The value that you place on relationships when you are spiritually in tune is not one that is so heavily consumed or driven by or fueled by finances and aesthetic. Okay? And I will tell you the truth, the way Dream and I got together definitely had some of those nuances of finances and aesthetic, but it went beyond that. Like Dream was already well off handling his business. Y'all already know he is 7 years older than me. And I was a young tenderoni. Let's just be honest, right? I was young, fresh out of college, former professional volleyball player, so my body was in shape. I was fun, I was flirty, I was feminine. But soon we had a real realization that that shit is not what sustains a relationship. That those things are not what keeps a relationship in a healthy, high vibrational space in place. Okay? So if you are trying to get wifed up, right? If you are trying to find a healthy, holistic relationship and partner, one of the first things you have to be willing to surrender and let go of is that your value, the value that you bring to the table and the value that a potential partner brings to the table has to do with their finances and the way that they look. I'm not saying you got to date somebody that you are not attracted to. I'm absolutely not saying that. And I'm not saying that you got to date somebody who cannot take care of themselves. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that when you redefine the values that you place in relationships, the value that you place in a partner, you will attract somebody who is more in alignment with you. Okay? I'll tell y'all the truth. Before Dream and I got together, I was dating the Kevin Samuel, not, and I don't even want to say dating. It's hard to say. We were going out on a couple of dates. Never were we intimate, anything like that. But I went out on a couple of dates with a guy who, according to Kevin Samuels, is high value. What do I mean? This specific guy was a finance broker for JP Morgan. So he was a finance broker for Chase. So he was the type of person that if you wanted to invest your money, he was who you was going to come to, and he was going to tell you what to invest in. So he was a money man, a finance man. He, stayed in a loft in downtown Houston, drove like the newest Infinity at that time. And we went out on a couple of dates before. And I could just feel this energy that he really could care less about like what was in my mind or what was in my heart, but he really wanted me to just be his arm candy, so to speak. Like he just wanted to show me off. Again, at this time, I am fresh out of college, a couple of months removed from college, pursuing professional volleyball. I don't really have any stress. I'm like happy, healthy, feminine, flirty, smiley. Y'all remember the first thing Dream told me when he saw me was, "Why do you smile so much?" And a smile is something that is so captivating to men. Ladies, spiritual women, stop walking around mugging all the damn time. That's why you're not attracting people, because you look angry. You look mad. One of the first things that Dream told me after we started dating, he was like, man, you was smiling when I first met you and you still smiling now. And that really stood out to me. I was like, oh wow, you paid attention to how much I'm smiling? Definitely. He was like, you were smiling then and you're still smiling now. So you are somebody that I need to talk to. Okay. But this high value man that I was going out on a couple of dates with before Dream and I got together, taking me to all the nicest restaurants in Houston, just luxurious. But the energy was so ingenuine. It was so just like, yeah, like it was just like he just wanted to show out. He just wanted to like show me off. It was not like, let's build something together. Let's grow something together. Let's expand together. That was not it. So, as spiritual people, and now being in a relationship for how long we've been in our relationship, I realize that the value that I needed and the value that Dream brought to me, yes, he was already stable, he was already secure. So that was nice, right? It was nice because when Dream and I first got together, and even after we had our child, I wasn't paying any bills, nothing like that. So it was nice. Trust me, it was nice. But I realized that it was way more than that. I realized that he had given me something that is priceless. Okay? So if you are a spiritual person and you're single, we got to get into redefining what value is. A lot of times, the value that we are assessing from our relationships are directly connected to our traumas. So if a woman never grew up with money, of course in her mind she like, oh, I gotta find somebody that got some money that's gonna take care of me, because if I don't, I can't be still struggling like I've been struggling all of my life. Okay. Before I go any further into the conversation, let me say hey to the family. What's up, Eileen? What's up, Iman? What's up, Lana? What's up, Main G? What's up, Her Truth? What's up, Deja? What's up, Black Zisu? Okay, I guess I'm saying that right. Okay. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Rashawn? What's up, Carmen? What's up, Will? What is up? What is up? Love y'all. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Let's see what's up to people over here. What's up, Naya? What's up, YOLO Yo 41? What's up, Sierra, the Yellow Mystic? What's up, Black Goddess? What's up, Sageism? What's up, LS Marie, or It's Marie? Hopefully I'm saying that right, you know? Yeah, so exactly. What's up, Erica? Hey, sis. Love ya. All right. So, a lot of times, the people who we are wanting to attract on that surface level is really what we would call trauma bonds, is really what we would call, because I did not have, because I'm not filled up in this area, I have to attract this type of person. Okay. Because I did not grow up with this, I need this. Even we see it when we talk about like colorism, right? There have been darker skinned men who would have dark skinned mothers, or darker skinned mothers, or chocolatey mothers. And because they were ridiculed so much as a child, they only value light skinned women, because in their mind, if they have a dark skinned child, there's trauma attached to that. Do y'all see how sometimes our values are placed into spaces where we have experienced trauma? Okay? Because I grew up broke, I gotta have somebody who is already making six figures. Have to. Okay? Or because I grew up financially stable, my family would have financial freedom, I have to date somebody of this standard. Okay? And so a lot of times when you're dating spiritual women and spiritual men, but I really want to talk to my women up here. A lot of times when we're dating, we are making these connections, or we're placing our values in those places where we have not been fulfilled. He makes me feel something I've never felt before. He is this, and so it makes me this. And it's just like, when you attract these relationships, ultimately what we're creating is karmic relationships. That's ultimately what we're creating. Relationships that are going to teach you a spiritual lesson, which those are necessary as well. But I want you ladies to really reassess the values that you've placed in these partners, these potential mates, these past relationships. I really want you to assess where they really stem from. Okay? I really want you to do that. See, when I started dating Dream, it's so crazy because I never realized that. I never realized this specific thing. I didn't realize it until my dad told me something. My dad told me the first time he met Dream, it was a vibe. We all had went out bowling together. We were having a good time. When Dream and I got pregnant with our first son, my dad told me, I knew the first time that I met him that he was about to be the father of your children. My daddy was like, I could just feel your energy that you were ready to become a mother. And I did not have no I didn't know that at that time. I didn't know that at that time. But something that I honor and cherish so much is a strong black man. Especially a strong black man who is active and involved in his children's life. Excuse me. And a strong black man who is going to teach his children some of these very key spiritual lessons that we need, like discipline, like perseverance, like self love, self value. And so when I got with Dream and I saw that and I felt that from him, you see how I attracted that, right? Because that was of value to me. So when I got with Dream and I realized that from him, it was like a no brainer. Okay. It was like a no brainer as to who we was going to be like, you know, okay? We're going to be making it happen. So I say all of that to say you have to know what is going on within you to understand who you are attracting in relationships. Okay? Like I said earlier, Kevin Samuels is a genius. If y'all have never watched any, matter of fact, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen a Kevin Samuels video pertaining to relationships, high value men and women. Have you ever saw Kevin Samuels video? If you have, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Okay? Because listening to his content is what kind of inspired me to come and speak to y'all today. Because I truly feel that spiritual women are getting caught up in the aesthetic, are getting caught up in the money, are getting caught up in these very human surface level things, and that's why you're not manifesting a partner. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, Kevin Samuels is a genius. You can disagree, that's totally fine, but Kevin Samuels is a genius for a specific type of person. That's why I'm on here talking to y'all. Yeah? He's a genius for a specific type of person. A person who is surface level, a person who assesses their self-worth, their self-value based off of how they look and based off of their bank account. Okay? So it's absolutely what Kevin Samuels is saying in his videos is accurate for that type of person, which majority of the world are those types of people. You spiritual, conscious, awakened, aware people, you are like 1%, 2%, 3%. He absolutely serves a purpose because, see, I think a lot of people, when you watch Kevin Samuels, your own insecurities start to come up. Your own, like, that's a lie. That ain't true. I just told you right now, Dream and we're a spiritual manifestation, of course, but at the same time, there are some subconscious things at play. Absolutely, no doubt about it. There are subconscious things at play. When I saw him, I saw this is a potential for a great father. He is tall, so my kids could be tall, right? He's very disciplined, so he will teach my kids discipline. He'll teach me discipline. These are the things that I'm seeing. When he sees me, he's like, oh, she's smart. Okay, so we can hold a conversation. That means we won't be bored. She's tall, so she probably can carry some kids. She's athletic, so she probably can have those kids bounce back, still look fine, still look great. She's ambitious, so she's probably not going to be a lazy woman who's not going to want to do things. These things are real. Let's not act like It's not happening because it is. And so Kevin Samuel's message to the ladies is to get honest with yourselves. I know y'all saying I could barely just watch 5 minutes, but that's because your emotions are entangled in it instead of you being the observer. As a healer, as a healer of spiritual women, see, all I talk to is spiritual women all day, every day. And as a healer of spiritual women, I can observe Kevin Samuels and see where the disconnect is. A lot of the women that you are watching on Kevin Samuels, they're not really spiritually grounded. They're looking all outside of themselves for a manifestation of a man, and they're not understanding that their internal values, how they see themselves, is what is being reflected outwardly. That's why they get on the phone and they call Kevin Samuels. Well, rate me, Kevin Samuels, and why I can't do this and why I can't do that is because they already don't have self-confidence. It's already because they don't have self-value. So when you women who are here in this chat, when y'all are going and y'all are looking at Kevin Samuels, you're being triggered by what he's saying because you still have unresolved things going on within you. Okay? You still have things going on within you, an inability to manifest the relationships, or maybe it's being a single mom, all of those things like that. So it's triggering to watch him. I get it. 100% get it. But that's why I'm here, because I want to create this buffer, this safety net between you spiritual women who are still seeking to manifest a relationship. And I'm telling you, one of the first things that you have to do is reassess your values. Because what Kevin Samuels is saying to y'all is, you want a man with money. He got to make 6 figures. He got to really look a certain type of way. He got to be willing to take care of you. And if you have kids, he got to be willing to take care of your kids too. And what Kevin Samuels is saying is that if you don't look a certain way, or have certain principles and certain values within yourself that are apparent, you're not going to manifest that. So that's why your good sis D Ray, comes into play for you. Here's where I come into play for you. Because for you, as a spiritual woman, as a woman who is grounded, as a woman who is constantly trying to redefine herself, I want you to understand that when you can transform your thinking, your internal state of being, this is when you will manifest a partner who is in alignment with you. Okay? That's what we're talking about. What we're talking about is reassessing your internal values. One thing I am glad about, though, I'm glad that some of y'all have heard of Kevin Samuels and you've listened to some of his stuff, because the brother is not a dummy. And he's not saying stuff that is completely wrong if you are able to remove your emotions and be objective. Okay? If you're able to remove your emotions and be objective, you could kind of learn something and reassess how it is that you're thinking. Okay? So, yeah, I love that, Bree. I would recommend Shira if you want to hear from a woman's voice. You got to hear from a woman's voice. See, y'all are hearing it from a man's voice, and so you're triggered. And I get it. And like I said, not everything that he says is completely accurate, especially if you are a spiritual woman. So let's get into reassessing the values, right? One thing you have to know is that a high value man or a high value woman, there's some internal things that go on that is reflected outward in their physical world, right? And so one of the first things that y'all need to be looking for as you are assessing yourself, reevaluating yourself, redetermining your own self-value, one of the first things that you need to be looking for is personal development. See, I can tell you right now, as a person who, like I said, I dated high value, and the self-development, the personal development was not there. The focus was the financial development. How much more money can I make? And you don't want to be in a relationship with a person like that, because why? They can do no wrong. They can do no wrong and will never take accountability or responsibility for how they show up in the world. And so you as a spiritual woman, you out there looking for you a man who makes six figures, who's an entrepreneur, who has all of this stuff like that. And then y'all in a relationship and you wondering why y'all keep butting heads and why you're not moving forward. It's because, and I'm not saying that this is all people who make over six figures. That's not what I'm saying at all. Okay. What I'm saying is that you as a woman need to redefine where you place value or what you think value is. And one of the first and most important places that you need to find valuable in a potential partner is personal development. Meaning, do they care about their mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being? See, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all think a man or a woman is just supposed to show up and be exactly who you want them to be. Stop lying to yourself. That's why the relationships aren't working out. Because you want them to be somebody else instead of supporting them in becoming their best selves. Okay? Instead of supporting them in them becoming their best selves. Because when a person shows up as their best self, they can show up in a relationship with you as their best self. So one of your number one places to assert value in a person is how are they devoted and disciplined to their self-development? Are they reading? Are they studying? Are they going to therapy? Do they have a coach? Do they have something that keeps them always wanting to be a better them, a better person, holistically? Do they analyze their thinking? Can they take responsibility for their actions? Can they apologize and can they say, I'm sorry? Can they say, I messed up? Can they say, I'm going to do better and actually take the steps to do better? Okay? Something like that is priceless because that is a person that you can grow and develop with. That is a person you can expand with. Okay? And let's just go ahead and be honest too, because this is something that women and men don't be wanting to hear, especially in the spiritual community. Especially in the spiritual community, y'all be trying to be like, nah, you don't gotta be vegan. The mind is all, the universe is mental. No, you don't gotta work out. The mind is all, the universe is mental. Stop it. And I'm not saying that you have to be vegan, but I am saying you need to be conscious about what you're putting in your body because what you put in your body has a vibration and it is reflected in how you look, how you act, how you move, how you think, how you feel. I am telling you that you need to live a somewhat physically active life. I am telling you that you need to put effort into your physical body. Okay? You need to. This physical body is a vessel. It's a house for God. It's a house for the Most High. And so if your body is all out of shape, out of whack, out of bent, I mean, just not functioning at its maximum level or close to it, you're selling yourself short and you cannot show up fully as you need to. Just saying. So you need to be placing value upon you need to see value in that. Okay? Does this person care about their personal, holistic development? Are they into understanding themselves, recognizing what thoughts, what emotions, what actions are blocking them from going to where they need to go? And then when they discover that, are they willing to do the work to remove those blockages, to open up space and to create space for them to live the life that they truly desire? Okay? That's where you should be placing value. See, Kevin Samuels ain't gonna tell you that. He's just gonna tell you how you look, what that bank account look like, and how influential are you. Can you influence some people? And it's so like, it's so crazy. Like, you can have the relationship that you want to have. You can manifest a partner, whether you are a single mother, whether you got a couple of extra pounds on you, all of that. But you have to see value in yourself first. And one of the ways that you start to see value in yourself is by caring for yourself from a holistic perspective. Meaning, I care about how I think, I care about how I feel, I care about my physical body, and I care about understanding my behaviors, why I do what I do. And because I want to be better, I'm going to take up some practices, spiritual practices, to address those things. That's valuable. That's priceless. Because with that mentality and with that understanding, you can go anywhere, with or without a partner. Okay? You need to be placing value on yourself and within people who already feel whole within themselves. You know when a person is moving from a space of lack, from a space of not being their holistic selves. A partner is supposed to complement you, not complete you. That's a lie we've been taught. A partner is supposed to complement you, not complete you. That's why me and Dream, we do a lot of work together, but we do a lot of work separately too. Dream ain't getting on here coaching clients with me, okay? He's not doing it. Because he has his own thing, I have my own thing, and then we come together to create something magnificent, something magical. A partner is supposed to complement you. So if you find yourself engaging and interacting with someone who is always looking for that external validation, who is always having to have this or that, who needs external things to feel like they are somebody, that is something where you can be like, I need to reassess how I'm valuing you and valuing our relationship and where your value actually lies. I want to say something real quick just to throw this out there. If you are a single mom, it is not the end all be all for you. You can and you will find love. How do I know this? I have a brother, right? I have an older brother who only dates women with children. And I'm pretty damn sure he is not the only one out here in these streets that has that type of mentality. Ask Dream. He only, for the past couple of years, I've only known my brother to only date one girl that did not have children. And that was because that was his high school girlfriend that he was with for years. But after him and his high school girlfriend broke up, he always dated women with children. And he is a damn good stepfather. Like the relationship he is in right now, he is the type of person that will love, he loves those kids, and his girl has multiple kids now. He loves them like his own. They are in Florida right now at Disney World. Right now. Off my brother's coin, right? Because he only dates women with kids. Why? Because he grew up not knowing his father, right? He never had a relationship with his father, so he's always had engagements with stepfathers, right? And from those experiences, something in his mind programmed to say, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do a damn good job at it. And sooner or later, my mother indeed manifested her husband, my stepfather, who actually is a man who loves us as his own. And so my older brother is like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to love a woman and I'm going to love her children, or I'm going to love her child. I'm going to show her that she can be loved even though. So don't sit up, don't downplay yourself because you have children. Don't not show up for yourself because you have children. Okay? You'll be selling yourself short. You'll be selling yourself short. All right? So, another area that we can understand what real high value is within a person is if a person has vision for their lives. Does the person that is a prospective partner, prospective mate, have a vision for their lives? Can they see where they want to go? And then not only can they see where they want to go, how disciplined are they are being proactive at pursuing it? Right? So it doesn't have to be about that person already having that 100,000. Do they have a business plan? Do they have a financial plan? Do they make goals for themselves, and are they disciplined enough in manifesting them? Okay? Does the person that you are engaging with, getting to know, whatever, do they have a vision for their lives? Some of y'all are dating people who don't have a vision, and you're trying to instill in them something to be passionate about, something to be purposeful for, something to move them forward. You can't do that. And then a lot of times, especially with women, A lot of times, especially with women, we fantasize and we're delusional about this man's goals, or if you date women, doesn't matter. We fantasize and we're delusional about who this person can be. We're dating potential. And the potential that you're seeing is the potential that you've placed upon them, not necessarily what they've communicated. Not necessarily what they've communicated and laid out in front of you to say, this is what I want for myself. And this is how I'm going to go and get it. There is so much value in dating someone who has a vision for their lives. I remember, y'all, our son, Dream and I's son was just born. Dream was like, I want to open up a store, a spiritual store. I was like, okay, well, let's do it. He wanted to, and see, I knew he had vision for his life because he had discipline over his life. Going to the gym every day. I was so annoyed after we had the baby. I was like, can you please come home? Because I've been at home all day with the baby. You've been out and about grinding. And then after you grinding and taking care of business, you want to go to the gym. But I saw that as vision. I saw that as focus. I saw that as intention. Okay? And that was not something that I had to instill in him. That was something that he already had. And because he already had that, I value him because now I know when we set a goal with each other, okay, this is how we're going to raise our kids. We're going to stay focused. We're going to stay disciplined. We're going to stay intentional in that. Okay, this is the abundance. This is the wealth that we are creating. We're going to stay focused. We're going to stay disciplined. We're going to stay intentional in that. Okay? So you have to start placing value into people who have a vision for their lives and who are disciplined, ambitious, and have perseverance in pursuing that. No way around it. No way around it. Stop putting your illusions, stop putting your fantasies on people. Stop. Stop saying, "Oh, I could see him doing this." See, I have another brother, right? I have 4 brothers to be specific. And one of my other brothers played college basketball. And I swear all the girls when he was in college were dating him because they were like, "Oh, he going to the NBA, he going to the NBA, he going to the NBA." That was their vision for his life. And maybe he did want to go, but they were so caught up in that illusion. They were so caught up in that fantasy that they didn't really get to know him for who he really was. Okay? Y'all got to understand that. Something else you need to observe as you are dating, as you are engaging, as you are trying to figure out a partner, right? Does the person you are dating and engaging with, do they value the essence of family? Do they value the essence of family? How can you determine someone's value, someone's understanding of family? By observing how they engage with their family. How do they talk about their mother? How do they talk about their father? How do they talk about their siblings? How do they talk about their own children whenever y'all get to those conversations? That's something to value. That is something to value so much. Because if a person understands the essence of family and they uphold that essence of family, when you create your family with this person or when this person comes into your family, they're going to still uphold the value and the essence of family. These are the things that make a person truly high value when it comes down to you being on your spiritual path. When it comes down to you being a spiritual woman, when it comes down to you being a spiritual man, a person needs to value family. They need to value the structure of family. A person needs to have a vision for their lives and they need to be disciplined and ambitious in pursuing that. They need to have perseverance in pursuing that vision. They also need to be into their personal development. Does this person challenge their thinking, their feeling, their actions? This is important. This is where real value is. This is where real value is, okay? Value is personal development, upholding the essence of family, having a vision for your life and being disciplined in pursuing that. Okay? Again, I'm not saying you have to date somebody that lives in a cardboard box. I'm not saying that you have to date somebody that you are unattracted to. What I am saying is that the idea that a person has to have a certain amount in their bank account that's keeping you from manifesting somebody who can help you to transform your life. Right? Because real spiritually grounded relationships are all about transformation, healing, evolvement, and rising up into your highest self. And so sometimes the person that you are with, they probably not going to have the biggest bank account. They probably not going to have the best body. But they have something that allows you to recognize who you truly are and what you came here to do. And so as women, you have to start analyzing who you are first. Recognizing your traumas, recognizing your thought processes, recognizing your emotional patterns, recognizing those habits. So when you attract a relationship, when you manifest a partner and they're triggering you, they're showing you different areas that you need to expand in, different areas that you need to transform, different areas that you need to heal. Now that person becomes valuable in how they are able to hold space and give you grace and forgiveness as you go through that healing process. That's value. How many of y'all know that that is value? A person willing to accept you, flaws and all, but in the same breath holds you accountable to do the work, to become the better version of yourselves. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about value. Okay? Need y'all to understand this so that when you do manifest somebody who has a vision for their lives, who you are attracted to, who is ambitious and pursuing it, who is into their personal development. You don't take those people for granted because they don't got this amount of money in their bank account. You don't take this person for granted because they got a little extra weight around their waist. Women, you should not be taken for granted just because you have a child or children. Women, you should not be taken for granted just because you have a child or children. Okay? If you find a partner, if you find a person who loves you and who is willing and able to hold space for you as you are healing and transforming, you honor that person to the best of your ability. Okay? If you are a mother and you find a person who is respectful to you and respectful of your children and truly accepting of your children, you honor that person. Okay? You don't say, oh, well, he ain't giving me enough money. Oh my God, y'all, I had a single mom. I grew up with a single mom. So don't think that I don't know just because I am not single. I grew up with a single mom. I know what the struggle was like. And I'm her only daughter. I'm the only girl who had a single mom. So there was a lot of shit that I saw and that I understood and that there were certain beliefs that I inherited that I had to transform. See, my mama wasn't giving these men no real time of day. She wasn't. She was like, "Oh, you got some money to put on on these Christmas gifts?" And they was coming up with that money to put on them Christmas gifts. Now, of course, she had to be doing something to be getting that. You understand? And it wasn't until my mom started doing her self-work, her self-healing, her self-transformation that she attracted a partner who was going to love her genuinely and holistically. It wasn't until she stopped looking for a person to do something for her or for her kids that she attracted somebody who was willing to do for her and her kids, who she didn't even have to ask, who they offered. They calling, "Hey Desiree, what's going?" My stepdad now, "Hey, y'all need this, y'all need that." They calling me trying to give to me. But if you are pursuing relationships with, "Ooh, let me see what somebody can do for my kids," you out of there. And you are placing value in a person's physicalness. And you're not placing value into their internal state of being. You're not placing value into who they are. You're placing value into what they can do. And then you wonder why these relationships don't last. Or you wonder why you're not happy, why you're unfulfilled, why you're in the same repetitive cycle. So you need to understand that there's value within you just for who you are, whether you are a mother or not, whether you are married or not. There is value in who you are as a divine being, right? And as you are constantly pursuing your personal development, your spiritual development, your heightened consciousness, and being more in tune with yourself, as you are constantly pursuing that, you will attract someone who will support you in that evolution, even if they trigger you sometimes. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes I gotta chop Dream's head off, and I love him, and we are doing a major, powerful work together. But sometimes I gotta sometimes I gotta breathe too. Why? Because that's the essence of relationships. Relationships serve to teach you. They serve to teach you. Dream is a great provider, absolutely. But on a deeper level, oh my God, he's teaching me how to become my absolute best self. And that's where I place my value, and that's why he is irreplaceable. Never have I ever experienced this level of transformation. I truly 100% believe that Dream and I's relationship triggered me into my goddesshood. Dream and I's relationship triggered me into really understanding my divinity and pursuing it and living in it consciously. See, I always knew I was the bomb.com, right? Even though I wasn't getting the external validation from it, even though my mama wasn't telling me it, even though the world wasn't telling me, I always knew there was something about me that made me special, that made me unique, that made me awesome. But I had really, something just happened to Instagram. It just went all the way off. But I hadn't necessarily pursued that or lived from that space. I hadn't necessarily lived from that space because I wasn't getting that external validation, right? I knew I was it, but wasn't receiving the validation for it. So I was questioning if I was really it. How many of y'all understand what I'm saying? Because it was never said to me. Well, let me not say it was never said. When I was a young kid, I was always told that I was anointed. I was always told that I had a gift. I was always told I was talented, but it wasn't coming from the people closest to me. It was coming from the lady at the church and the random lady at the grocery store. It was coming from those people to where I was like, but you don't really know me. So how are you telling me that I'm anointed and I'm special and I got a gift and I got this, right? Wasn't coming from the closest people to me. But when Dream and I got in a relationship, I got triggered and turned on. It was like goddesshood switch turned on. And it didn't come through all pleasant experiences. Some of the conversations were hard, you know? Some of the conversations were hard. Some of them are still hard, still challenging. But that's where my value and that's where my honor and that's where my gratitude for our relationship comes from. It's knowing and understanding, wow, you have helped me and are still helping me to realize who I truly am. Now that's a high value man. You're helping me to pull away the layers, pull away the illusions, pull away the lies of who I thought I was. That's a high value man. You are also pulling away your own layers of your onion, your own layers of understanding, and then and being proactive and disciplined about transforming those things. That's a high value man. You value the essence of family, and you are committed to me and our children. That's high value. Okay? You have a vision for your life and you're always pursuing it. You're always pursuing it. You're always conscious about going after what it is that you want. You discipline yourself to align with this new energy, this new blossoming, this new life that you're creating. You have a vision for it and you are ambitious and disciplined in pursuing it. That's a high value man. To me, a spiritual woman, okay? To me, a spiritual woman, that is what a high value man is for me. And because Dream has discipline, because he has vision, because he has focus, because he is focused on his personal development and his growth, and because he values family, he always making money. Always. Like, I literally just have to be like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, he'll say, okay, Dream came up with the water bottle. This is Dream's idea. This is Dream's idea. This is his aha moment. I am just the mother, the woman, the goddess to nurture it, to say, okay, let's put these specific words. Let's do it in this color. Let's get this heavy duty plastic. I am just the nurturer of it, the manifester of it, but it's his idea. And so he's always coming up with things. The Ashe cards, this book, meditate, dream. None of those were my ideas. Okay, let me just tell you the truth. Every product, even manifesting the book The Magician, which is now for sale on mentalalchemy.com. All of those things came from Dream's mind. So there's no limitation on how to grow abundance. Let me just tell y'all. There's no all of it came from Dream's mind. I am just the soil for him to implant that idea. Hence this right here. You see? You see? Hence that, right? I am just the soil in which those ideas are implanted in. And I just love on them and I nurture them and I apply my wisdom, my understanding into it, and then boom, it blossoms into beautiful children, into a beautiful business, into beautiful products, into powerful products, you know? I told you, I'm trying to tell y'all, where are you placing value at with these people you are relating to? Yes, shout out to Irie. Shout out to Irie, our Patreon member. Babe, I need you to go to the Geneva app and I need you to copy her website and I need you to link it here in the chat for me. Shout out to our Patreon member, Irie. This is a shirt from her brand. It's called, y'all can't see it on YouTube too good. Releasing to gain, and it has the moon cycles or the moon phases in it. So shout out to Irie. We love you, sis. Love your products. Love the shirt. You know I had to get yellow. Beautiful, vibrant color. Soft cotton. Love y'all. Okay. So again, when you are in relationships and you're trying to figure this stuff out, reassess where you're placing your value. Okay. I by no means, okay, because I live a very comfortable, enjoyable life. Like Dream just ordered me some food right now. Like I'm getting off of here because Dream just ordered me some food and I'm about to go and eat it, right? Like I live a beautiful life. A beautiful life. We're well taken care of. So I'm not telling you that you have to date somebody who could not provide. That's a lie. We did not come to live in poverty. We did not come to live in lack. We did not come to live in mediocrity. No, no ma'am. No ma'am. Nothing about your life has to be mediocre. Nothing about your life should be mediocre. But you have to see value within yourself first. Really. And you feel valuable, you feel worthy, you feel deserving when you are focused on your personal, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical development. So are you eating well? Are you taking care of yourself mentally, right? Are you working with a coach? Are you meditating? All right? Are you journaling? Are you doing something that keeps you at peace? Do you have healthy ways of dealing with your emotions as they come up? Do you take care of your body? Do you dance, exercise, yoga, right? Do you do these things? Do you eat well? You feel valuable, you feel strong, you feel worthy when you do things like that. Do you have a vision for your life? Okay, you see, this is the one thing about Dream that gets annoying for me. Is this right here. I be trying to focus, and he lucky I won't come bust that door open because he don't got no shirt on right now. Why does he have to be like that? Why does he have to be like that? I don't know why he has to be like that. Okay, y'all couldn't see him on Instagram, but if you're on YouTube, you can see him opening the door. Why does he have to be like that? Like, I just don't understand. Oh, I don't know why he has to be like that. Anyways, y'all, have a vision for your life and pursue it. This is valuable. This is a very important spiritual and human character and principle. Can you see where you are going? Do you have a big picture vision for yourself? And based off of that vision, are you willing to take steps to pursue it, right? Do you discipline yourself to pursue it? That is value in relationships. Do you understand the essence of family? And do you uphold that essence, that structure, that understanding, that order? Do you value that? Okay. These are just things. This is just me talking to y'all about what I'm just seeing, okay? I'm just seeing this stuff everywhere. And I'm like, I want my spiritual women, I want my spiritual ladies to know. All you need to do is reshift, refocus where you are placing value. Okay? You start focusing on your personal development, manifesting your vision, manifesting your purpose, taking care of yourself, and really understanding what it means to be family. When you start doing those things, you're going to attract a partner who has the same type of energy. Okay? So that is all for y'all. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna get off of here. But I love you. I love you. And let's shift gears. I'm gonna make a specific video on what a high value man is. I'm gonna make a specific video on what a high value man is when it comes down to a spiritual woman. What a high value man is when it comes down to being a spiritual woman. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that on another video. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Peace.